Welcome back to Book Bites, where we unlock the best books in 10 key points, turning pages into powerful ideas. Today we're exploring The Black Swan by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, a thought-provoking book that challenges how we view uncertainty, randomness, and the events that shape our world. Taleb introduces the concept of black swan events, rare, unpredictable occurrences that have a massive impact on history, the economy, and our personal lives. Let's begin with a striking idea from the book. The inability to predict outliers implies the inability to predict the course of history. This sets the tone for Taleb's argument that the most significant events are often the ones no one sees coming. Key point 1. Black Swan events. A black swan event is rare, unpredictable, and has a massive impact. The key to understanding it lies in its three traits. It lies outside regular expectations, has extreme consequences, and feels obvious in hindsight. For example, think about the 2008 financial crisis. It reshaped the global economy, but wasn't widely anticipated by experts. Another example is the rise of the internet, which transformed society in ways few foresaw in its early stages. Taleb contrasts these events with gray swans, which are less extreme but still impactful events that we can partially anticipate, like a housing bubble or climate-related disruptions. Most systems and people underestimate black swans, so instead of trying to predict them, we should focus on building resilience to their effects. Key point 2. The problem with prediction. Humans are drawn to predictions. We trust models, forecasts, and experts to tell us what's coming. But these predictions often fail, especially in complex, chaotic systems where rare events dominate. Take earthquakes, for instance. Despite advancements in technology, we still cannot predict exactly when or where they'll strike. Similarly, the 2008 financial meltdown occurred because models ignored extreme scenarios, focusing instead on average outcomes. Taleb warns that we overestimate our ability to predict the future, and this overconfidence leaves us vulnerable to surprise. Instead of relying on predictions, we should prepare for a wide range of possibilities, especially the unlikely but catastrophic ones. Key point 3. The narrative fallacy. As humans, we crave stories. We like to believe the world is logical and orderly, so we create narratives to explain events, even when randomness or chance is at play. For example, after financial crashes, analysts confidently explain what caused the downturn, as if it was inevitable. Similarly, historians often frame revolutions or wars as unavoidable, ignoring the role of luck and coincidence. This narrative fallacy gives us a false sense of understanding and control, which can lead to poor decision-making. Recognizing that not everything can be explained by a simple story is crucial. Complexity and randomness often play a much larger role than we admit. Key point 4. Extremistan versus Mediocristan. Taleb divides the world into two domains to help us understand where black swans occur. Mediocristan is the realm of averages, where variations are small and predictable. For example, human height varies, but it's unlikely you'll meet someone 30 feet tall. Extremistan, on the other hand, is where outliers dominate. Wealth is a good example. The difference between the richest person and the average person is enormous, and a single outlier, like Elon Musk, can completely skew the data. Most impactful events like financial crashes or technological revolutions happen in Extremistan, where traditional statistics fail. In all situations, we must evaluate which domain we're dealing with. In Extremistan, we need to prepare for extremes, not averages. Key point 5. The role of optionality. Rather than trying to predict black swans, Taleb suggests embracing optionality, creating opportunities to benefit from unexpected positive events. For example, venture capitalists invest in dozens of startups, knowing that one big success can outweigh many failures. Similarly, someone who experiments with different career paths may stumble upon an unforeseen opportunity that changes their life. Optionality isn't about knowing what will happen. It's about positioning yourself to thrive when surprises occur. Key point 6. Antifragility. Taleb introduces the concept of antifragility, which goes beyond resilience. Resilient systems can survive shocks, But antifragile systems actually grow stronger under stress and uncertainty. For instance, the immune system becomes more robust after exposure to pathogens. Similarly, businesses that innovate during crises often emerge stronger than before. Hence, we should build life and systems to benefit from volatility rather than simply withstand it. This approach turns uncertainty into an advantage. Key point 7. Skepticism of experts. Taleb urges caution when relying on experts, especially in fields dominated by uncertainty. Experts often operate within narrow frameworks and fail to account for randomness or outliers. For example, financial experts didn't foresee the housing crisis, and political analysts frequently miss election outcomes, such as the 2016 U.S. presidential race. This teaches us not to blindly trust experts. Instead, question their assumptions and rely on diverse perspectives to navigate uncertainty. Key point 8. The role of luck. Luck plays a much bigger role in success than we like to admit. Taleb argues that randomness, hidden from our view, often dictates outcomes. Yet we rationalize events after they happen, attributing success to skill and failure to mistakes. For example, Airbnb's rise wasn't just about a great idea. It launched during the 2008 financial crisis, when people needed extra income and were more open to renting out their homes. Similarly, blockbuster books or viral videos often succeed because they happen to align with the right cultural moment, not necessarily because they are the best in their field. Taleb warns against the survivorship bias, where we only look at successful cases and ignore the many similar ideas that failed due to bad luck. This bias can lead us to overestimate the role of effort and strategy in achieving success. Instead of trying to control everything, a smarter approach is to increase your exposure to lucky opportunities. Surround yourself with diverse people, experiment with new ideas, and position yourself in environments where serendipity can work in your favor. Key point 9. Personal black swans. Black swans don't just occur on a global scale. They also shape our personal lives, often in ways we don't expect. Taleb emphasizes that our biggest life changes often stem from rare, unpredictable events. Consider a chance meeting with a mentor who dramatically shifts your career path, or an unexpected job offer that alters your trajectory. On the other hand, a sudden health crisis or financial setback can force an abrupt and challenging shift in priorities. These personal black swans can be disruptive, but they can also present opportunities for reinvention. Because these events are unpredictable, Taleb advocates for optionality, the ability to adapt quickly by keeping your choices open. Instead of rigidly planning your future, structure your life in a way that allows you to pivot when unexpected events occur. A key concept here is barbell strategy thinking, balancing risk by having both stability and exposure to upside opportunities. For example, keeping a steady job while pursuing side projects creates a safety net while allowing for potential breakthroughs. The more flexible and adaptable you are, the better you can navigate life's inevitable surprises. Key point 10. Practical applications. So how do we apply Taleb's ideas to everyday life? The goal isn't to predict the future, but to build resilience against uncertainty and even benefit from it. One key approach is avoiding fragility. Anything overly reliant on stability is vulnerable to unexpected shocks. This is why Taleb warns against too much debt, as if an economic downturn hits, a leveraged person or business can be wiped out instantly. Instead, he advocates for antifragility, where systems grow stronger from stress. This means embracing small risks that have potential upside while minimizing catastrophic downsides. For example, diversifying your investments protects against large losses, rather than betting everything on a single outcome. The barbell strategy can also apply here, keeping most of your money in safe assets while making small, high-reward bets on uncertain opportunities. Another application is in career and skill development. Instead of specializing in a single rigid field, develop broad, transferable skills that allow you to adapt when industries change. Experimenting with new ideas, learning continuously, and exposing yourself to randomness can open doors you didn't even know existed. The key takeaway? Don't try to predict the future. Build systems that thrive in uncertainty. Stay flexible, cultivate resilience, and take advantage of volatility instead of fearing it. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Black Swan. If you found this summary insightful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. If you're interested in exploring more about uncertainty, probability, and decision-making, I recommend Fooled by Randomness by Nassim Taleb, which delves into how we misinterpret luck in our lives, and Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, which examines the cognitive biases that shape our decisions. See you in the next video.